was a source.
We found it?
No, it found us.
Everybody, long time no see. I know you're wondering where the heck have I been, and honestly I wonder where I've been too. It feels like it's been forever since I've got a chance to post another video, but I am super excited because today we are going to talk about the new Jurassic World Rebirth. I mean, I went to go see this movie. I've been such a huge fan since the very first Jurassic Park. I remember as a kid I was always watching it. I mean, I had to even get that special silhouette popcorn bucket. I mean, this thing is awesome. If you can see how it looks, and man, without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, if I had to describe this movie in a few words, I would definitely have to say a thrilling, fun ride. Like, this movie really brought the nostalgia back from the original Jurassic Park movie, and it does keep a simple premise of like in a way a copy paste of some of the other movies where you have, you know, a big pharmaceutical company looking to get some DNA from dinosaurs. You got a group of people going to an island that they shouldn't be going to, and of course all hell breaks loose. So in this case, our new characters that are introduced is Zora, who's played by Scarlett Johansson, who is basically escorting, you know, a scientist going down to the island to extract the DNA from the three most colossal dinosaurs, one from land, one from sea, and one from the sky. And just with that being said, you could already tell that this mission is gonna take a turn for the worse at some point, because it's not always as easy as it seems. We get introduced to Mahershala Ali's character, Kincaid, who he's basically like, in a way, like their transport, and you know, his character is actually quite interesting and entertaining throughout the movie. We all know we can't have a Jurassic Park movie without some kids being involved to make the stakes even higher and make us sweat a little bit, because you know, sometimes kids make stupid decisions, and you know, especially in an island full of dinosaurs that can kill you at any moment, it's absolutely crazy. So we do meet this family who actually is sailing with their father, and you know, the boat gets attacked and they're stranded, and unfortunately they have no choice but to get involved with this mission, because you know, the team actually saves them from their capsized boat. And again, these characters are just fun, a fun addition, because they give another depth of, you know, of worry to what these dinosaurs are gonna do to them and what's gonna happen. And at like every Jurassic Park movie, you know, we have our characters, and then at one point these characters get split up, and you get to see the story from both perspectives of each group trying to survive and, you know, reach a certain point so they can get off the island. And that's what's going on here. And there's just so many great moments where, you know, it lets some of these characters shine. We do get to hear some of the backstories, not in too much detail, but some of the backstories to, you know, get us to relate to some of these characters as well. And that was also a really fun addition to the movie. One thing I was really looking forward to with this movie is that the director wanted to kind of bring the movie back to a roots of, like, you know, horror aspect, like not too horror to where you have to, you know, shield your eyes, but enough to where there are some jump scares to kind of get your blood pumping and like goosebumps on your flesh and breathing a little heavy, worrying about, you know, some of these characters. And I honestly feel like they nailed it. I mean, from the scene with the Mosasaurus and the Spinosaurus at the water versus, you know, meeting this new, or not new, but apparently this failed experiment called the D-Rex, the Distortus Rex. I mean, he was creepy, and I mean, crazy intense too. I mean, it was just the moments that these dinosaurs are on screen are absolutely like really crazy. The CGI was done so well, so seamless in my opinion. And man, there was just a lot of great like jump scare moments. I mean, I went to see the movie with my wife, and there were moments where she was screaming and, you know, like yelling at the screen like run and all this stuff like that. So it was a really fun time watching this movie, and man, I just loved it. It was just especially when you hear that classic Jurassic Park theme music play in the background, you can't help but just feel that nostalgia and get those goosebumps and just fall in love with the things that made you fall in love with the franchise, you know, in this movie. And I feel like it highlighted that so well. Now, although that this movie does do a copy paste of a lot of the Jurassic Park tropes, you know, with group of scientists going on an island you shouldn't be, kids, it's also the same thing that kind of holds it back a little bit, because at the same time, even though these are the things we love about Jurassic Park movies, I feel like it's something we've seen, and not that it's predictable, but at the same time, like, you're like, oh, okay, this is who's this person, this is who's that person is probably, you kind of can predict a little bit of who's gonna die, who's gonna survive, and you know what's gonna happen next. Now, this movie did have a couple surprises that I wasn't expecting, but I feel like the one thing holding it back is that they just stuck to the same script, which isn't always a bad thing. You know what the franchise is known for, what it's good for, and if it works, it works. But at the same time, we also kind of want to see something new, and this didn't really give us that. I feel like the only new aspect we got is we got a new island where it was the testing facility of, you know, where they were making dinosaurs, and this is where they just left all the failed experiments. And so we get to see those monsters, you know, shine out in the light and how they've been surviving and what they turned into. So that part I will say was new, but the rest of it was pretty much what we expect from a Jurassic Park movie. And like I said, although we expect it, I did wanted to see a little difference, you know, something new to the movie. But other than that, I think the movie was fantastic. Now, with all that being said, I definitely want to give this movie a 4 out of 5. Like I said, such a great nostalgia trip, a great group of characters, actors, you know, worked so well with each other, and the chemistry was there. The CGI for the dinosaurs was top notch. Great scary moments, you know, with some of these dinosaurs coming out of nowhere. And yeah, just a really fun time. The only thing I mentioned that holds this movie back and doesn't give it a 5 out of 5 for me is that it's the same kind of story we've seen before. I would have liked to see something slightly a little different, which they did with some of the mutated, like, failed experiment dinosaurs, but I just wanted to see more. Other than that, such a great ride. I definitely would recommend watching this on an IMAX screen. Get all the sounds and effects around you, because man, it is a heck of a time. And get yourself the popcorn bucket, because I mean, come on, this just looks amazing. Like, I absolutely love this, and I love to add it to my collection. They had a couple other ones, but you know, that was my favorite. What did you guys think of the movie? If you got a chance to see it, leave a comment down below and let's have a discussion about it. As always, I appreciate you guys for taking the time to see another video of Movie Madness, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.